clear, boys. Say along with us.
Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Smoke weed every day.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of news topics. There's one big news topic in particular that we got to cover, and it's going to take us a while. So let's just cut to the shits and get into this shit.
Okay.
So
that's one way of putting it.
right. So there's been a lot of different things that have been popping up in the news cycle.
Man, I have them sound effects ready.
Oh, sound effects is always ready.
Man,
Come on.
prep it like
You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Oh, Friday, don't kill me.
And while everybody else was like making news, all of a sudden, including Pusha T, was making news. He had the Daytona album. Right. There was an issue that dropped, and I'm just setting it up. Okay. Right. There was an issue that dropped with the Daytona album with Whitney Houston's people, because the cover of the Daytona album is Whitney Houston's like drug infested bathroom.
I was wondering what picture that was. Like, was that someone from like someone's '80s picture? You know, so it's Whitney Houston's her her bathroom?
It was her bathroom.
Crime scene, actually, right?
Yeah, it's the crime scene. Kanye paid $80,000.
Yeah, we're actually.
So where they found her at the night of the
crime, but is it
where she passed away?
Yes, overdose.
No?
No.
Don't.
Sav with the fact check.
Listen to me, Sav.
What's your fact check?
We can't talk bad about Whitney.
No. That picture is from a previous. That's a previous picture from a bathroom that they took a picture of. It's old. That's just prior.
So it's not the bathroom where she was found.
No, it's just a bathroom of one of the
Whitney
crazy
Houston's
nights, basically.
So one of a similar situation.
A
That's
party
pretty strange,
night.
but that's strange. But I mean,
Right?
they got a picture of that. Like, I mean,
You know,
I
the
can
picture
understand you got a
Kanye
picture
paid
of
$80,000
events,
The
but you got
picture
a
is
picture
old.
of.
So that he
Kanye
can get
bought
for the
it.
cover of Pusha T's Daytona album.
But I mean, it's the same. It's still the same thing. It's still the same effect, right? Because that's the cause of her death.
Yes.
Yeah,
That scene-
it correlates with Pusha's music because Pusha does quote unquote coke rap, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But there was an uproar that was about that.
Right.
But then there was a track that was on Pusha's album called Infrared, where this is Drake. Okay.
Right.
He said something. Your hooks did it. It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin. Right? And that kind of
Shots.
activated the OVO buzz, and the owls started.
See, the owls started
The
hooing.
trees started
The owls
shaking.
started turning their
You know what I'm
heads
saying?
like,
And
what,
then-
yo, what is this? The
And
owls
then
started
they
looking
said-
over their shoulder like, yo, what is this? What's going on? Man's talking. Man has something to say about Drake? Okay.
And within 24 hours of
The man brought
Pusha's
the
album
calicos.
dropping, because Pusha's album dropped the Friday,
Right.
then boom, Duppy dropped, which is the Duppy freestyle that Drake dropped on SoundCloud. Okay, which technically put Pusha on the clock. I have
Yo.
a timeline.
Shit, what happened to Pusha? It was like one day it was Pusha T's that Whitney Houston. I was like, whose picture is this? I thought this was one of his his personal pictures. Like, you know when you have an old picture and it got stuck to the frame and you try to remove it from the frame. I thought like it was one maybe like one old family picture. I didn't even really look at. I'm just looking at it like this is a fucked up picture, right? Like, but I didn't really know how it went with the album, right? And then next thing I see that people's posting that with the fire emojis. Everyone's loving themselves and loving the Daytona, loving the Pusher.
Oh, it was a good time,
Right? And it was like an hour later. It's like OVO Sound Ring took over the flipping internet, yo. All I'm seeing is OVO Sound Ring pictures. Boom. Right?
Right.
And then now, what's this? Breaking news?
Wow.
What's this? Breaking news?
Yeah, we did get a breaking news. Okay, so it says.
Sorry.
here,
No, do your thing.
shout out to Six Buzz. Six Buzz is saying. Let me see what it says here.
Oh my goodness. No
So-
way.
Shout out to Six Buzz is saying rappers Casper and K Money are two of the four individuals who face close to hundreds of charges after
that-
dramatic police chase in Regent Park.
What?
Oh man.
Toronto has a lot of things going on at the same time as this whole Pusha T Drake thing. It's weird because it took over the news cycle. Right, which was what the original point was like. Pusha T's album was great, and then all of a sudden OVO took over the fucking news type.
Yeah, it did. It took over the sound and they sent out their invoice for $100,000.
Right.
Feisty.
so at the same time, all these other crazy things are happening. But
now you got blackface Drake.
yeah, like just so much more things get added to the news cycle that it's like next thing you know, listen, I'm walking down the street right around the corner from here, okay, getting ready for tonight, and I'm hearing some cat walking with his girl, and he's talking to somebody on the phone, and he's like, "Yo, dude, I just heard about, like, did you hear about that that Pusha T and Drake?" And I'm just like, "What the hell?" Like, yo, nothing else is happening. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what they want you to think.
Yeah,
That's the distraction. What's coming?
You know what? I wanted to do a super deep dive on it. I don't know if the deep dive is really that important now, because when I think about it, right? I've listened to Joe Button Show. I've watched Everyday Struggle. I've listened to Hot 97. I've listened to Academics Reports, right? And that's all everybody's talking about. Right. Okay? So, and I had this whole timeline written out that we can go maybe about 20 minutes talking about that shit and add a whole bunch to the news cycle. But guess the fuck what? That's what the fuck they want. Right. You know what I'm saying? So rather than like give a fuck about what's going on with Pusha and Drake, let's get into some more important shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, there was a bombing in Mississauga.
Yo, that shit was off the fuck. That was just stupid.
Yeah.
That shit is like, what? How? And they got away? What? And I'm not saying and like, oh, they got away. That's like a good thing. Like, that's like, first things first. They walked in the place, hoodied up, masked up. Like, wouldn't you think maybe I don't know what the people were thinking, because there's supposed to be birthday parties, something going on.
Like a residential place.
This is it's called Bombay.
The Bombay Bell.
Yeah, restaurant. It's a restaurant. These two people masked up, hoodied up. Well, not masked up, but hoodie, faces disguised, hats, whatever, low. Walked in and basically set off a pipe bomb. 15 people were injured.
What was the point?
Huh?
You know, there's a motive? What's the motive?
But they don't know. They just walked into place, set off this thing while people were cutting their cake. Boom, 15 people got injured. Then they took off running on foot, and they lost the scent. So they're assuming they got into a car somewhere later, and then they have footage that they released of the two assailants running. Like, you see one, then you see the other. But it's like, how the fuck did they get away? It's like, that's crazy. But it's also, what the hell's going on that they're placing bombs in this store? Like, why this restaurant of all places, and not like, is it terror related? Is it?
I doubt it. I think it's more.
Is this more of like, is it a personal vendetta against that store?
Probably
like,
be something,
It's just crazy that you would think that you can't even go out and enjoy cake with your family, and then people are blowing up shit. You know what I'm saying? And they just walked in, and like they set it off, and then they took off. Yeah. Like,
that's what's
mind-boggling,
and that's right at the corner of here, Ontario, and like, Eglinton West. You know what I'm saying?
Insanity. What kind of a restaurant?
It's an Indian food restaurant.
Bombay Bell is called.
Yeah, I'm assuming yes, Indian food.
Yeah, it's so that happened like last week on the 24th.
And they're trying to figure out now. They think it's a male and a female.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna catch them.
There's cameras everywhere. If you can't see, if you can't backtrack and see while going, like then like
listen to me.
They're not doing their job. They're looking at the wrong shit.
They already gave us a little tip. Like, yo, we have like, yo, they have them running through a residential area, so that's obviously somebody's camera on their porch or their house got them running through. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure they're gonna canvass that area until they find the information they need.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Because that can't go. Like, listen to me. You want to hear these people? That's not acceptable. Which is not acceptable. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Just to think. You know, so you have two people on the loose that will just walk in and blow shit up.
I just don't know how they got away. Did everyone just go into such shock because this is happening in a restaurant in Mississauga that they just like nobody? Or was everyone?
It's probably panic. It's probably panic because of the situation that they knew what they were there to do. Yeah. So they did what they did. It was an amateur hour. Yeah, they came to do what they were supposed to do. They did what they had to do, and had enough mind to not get caught up in the hurrah of the whole thing, to get in, get out, and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
So, you gotta watch out. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, man, and you know, condolences or
Oh,
like
no, I don't
hold
think
your
any-
head
I
to
don't-
all. Nobody
I don't
died,
think
but
anybody
hold your head
passed away.
to
I don't think anyone passed away.
for the
But-
15 injured. Hopefully
Yeah.
hold your head.
serious, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Much of a pipe
they're
bomb.
hurt, but no one's passed away. So, give thanks for that.
Also in our Toronto news, man like Joseph and man like
Oh,
Six
yeah,
Reacts, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Yay and a man like Joseph.
That the TTC says encourages violence against its employees. This video was created by an artist called Six Reacts, and appears to be filmed on subway trains and stations throughout the city. TTC spokesperson Brad Ross says this video threatens extreme violence against TTC employees. The artist says this video was innocent. A possible strike at Canadian Pacific may affect thousands of...
These guys.
Did you see the post? though?
They have reaction videos. Okay, so Six Reacts is
was
a
the best
popular
reaction I seen today.
popular reaction video guy. Okay, and a man named Joseph is also like he's a social media figure. He does reaction video. Well, not reaction videos, but he's a
raps
social media.
and-
Yeah,
It's almost
Right?
like I wouldn't want to call him like I don't want to say he's a comedian, but he does comedy. He raps, whatever. It's like Weird Al stuff, like Weird Al the
Yeah.
Yankovic.
Okay.
You understand? That's the
he's-
best way I would
he's a funny
classify
dude,
it.
man.
You know, it's like Weird Al type of music. You know, like
he'll make skits.
yeah, they'll make
basically.
skits and stuff like that. So the guy,
Right. Yeah, so now Six Reacts came out with a video eventually for his track called Nyai.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Right? Nyai, because that's his catchphrase.
That's like his
Nyai.
catch. Yeah.
Right?
Okay,
So
when he's reacting, he'll be like,
the
yeah,
video
okay. Yeah, he's hilarious.
It's killing the place. His new video, the views are going up like crazy. They're in like in the subway in the TTC, wilding out. Not like wilding out like smacking
Yeah,
people,
they're
just
just-
in the
Oh, I
TTC
know.
having a
That
good
was
ass
on the
time.
news, right, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Exactly. It was on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
news.
yeah,
The
yeah,
man in one scene, the man walks up to the man and you good? All right, good. Have a nice day. And then he keeps on and does the video.
Yeah.
And they're just like wilding in the subway, using the subway as a
right,
backdrop.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like now they're saying that this is a threat to.
Yeah, the police is under
this is under
investigating
investigation.
them. They've notified them via email because I talked to Six Reacts. Okay, so shout out to Six Reacts. Shout out to a man named Joseph. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, did you see the video?
Six
Man
list,
like
Six
Joseph.
list alumni. You know what I mean? Six Reacts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're
And-
both
and-
on 6 list.
These guys are like, yo, man's emailed us, yo. You know what I mean? So, yo, we got you, fam. You know what I mean? That's foul because what did they say there? Harassing or no?
They're threatening.
They're threatening
threatening
the TTC staff. Like it's a like
What?
how is that even possible?
Right of it.
Yeah, I get you. Yo, that shit. Yo, but they're just
are
having,
they talking to the TTC guy or did they take that
Somebody
lyric?
that's just kind of like biased, and that's why I'm talking about showing the cultures that you can understand people.
Yeah,
because
'cause-
somebody just see them rapping and just scared, like they're gonna.
The
so
TTC
they just felt that way and pushing it. But it's good publicity though.
It is. Oh, it's amazing publicity.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's amazing.
once they find out it's not true, it's gonna backfire and it's going.
Yeah, it's gonna go. It's
So
just
it's good publicity. I mean,
know, the problem
in
is
addition
they're
to the
late.
numbers that they already raking up already. So
they're late.
you know,
Like
so-
even with the last, I see that I've noticed in CP24 once again.
Mm.
They be posting these videos that they be finding on the internet
Or on Six Buzz.
6 Buzz.
Yeah.
Yo, 6 Buzz been on CP24 how many times now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shout out Six Buzz.
Like yo,
Well,
yeah,
give
straight
him
up,
a-
shout out,
give him a
yo,
little job over there,
they,
man.
like they should get the man a job the
Yeah,
way they
yeah,
be
like-
going on his page
oh, yeah.
looking for news. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, it's more times the man shit free. Yo, I see it on 6, but then and it's not even the same day. It's like days later. Like they're behind. They're way behind.
Somebody got to get on their Instagram more often.
All of that shit. Even the same when the policeman was on the the cop saved his life. Yeah, right. They saved his life. He was gonna jump off the boat. The Fed was laying on beating on the man, but he's gonna jump. Anyways, that's another story. But yeah,
Hey,
they're right there. The
maybe
man-
they could have caught that story from us and then went to Six Buzz to go check it out. You never know.
Never know. There's to get the Arsenio things that make you go, You know what I'm saying? Just age myself right there with that one.
I was on it.
You know what I'm
They're
saying?
like, what are you talking about now?
Only the people,
Google it. Yeah.
yeah, only the people in the room understood what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Something for the younger people to be like, what did he just say? Arsenio who? Arsenio Hall. Things that make you go, Dog pound.
Okay, so
Don't mind me. I think the edibles are kicking in.
I know. A little next thing on the news here. Speaking of edibles, so the cops who were eating the edibles a
segue.
few months back, right?
Yeah, man,
and
that
this is
charge.
something that you might have some insight on here, Angelina. Okay, those cops that were eating the edibles a few months back, they finally have been hit with their charges, right?
The discipline.
Right. So, okay, what actually happened, and I've seen
What's
this
the
story
discipline?
actually on Complex News, right? These guys did a bust, right?
Yeah, and the man them teeth edibles.
They thieved the edibles, or they could have been possibly off of the bust that they got the edibles because they could have got the edibles somewhere else, right? And then one boy them in a tree.
Yeah, because the man's high on edibles. Yo, they ate. Yo, the one you're saying the one man was. Yo, there was one officer in the tree.
Yeah.
The other officer hurt his head because he got injured doing something else. And yo, the man, it's like, yo, they stole. And then you know the funny thing about that shit is,
The other one fell off the curb and hit.
Yeah, hit his head.
Like really severely.
Yeah.
Like severely concussed.
Really, eh?
Like, yeah.
he slipped.
Wow.
Like I think watching the other one that was in the tree.
Like, come
But
down.
I know
come
the
down.
edibles were from a bust from a previous, like maybe the day before or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know if they may have had evidence on them or had taken them themselves.
Taken it from the evidence room.
But
Mm.
like, how much edibles do you have to eat to climb a tree? You know, like, and I've.
You know what happened?
You know,
Yo, this shit ain't this edibles ain't shit. I'm gonna eat all of this. Fuck that. Give me that banana bread. I'm eating all of it. What? How much? 200? What? 50 milligrams? Whatever. 500 milligrams of THC.
Easy
Still
work.
it? Yo, I'm eating that shit. Give me that. That ain't shit. I do it all the time.
That's
Next
literally
thing
like
you know, the man's in the
Smokey.
tree. Next thing you know, the man's in the tree. Only my sergeant can get me down, just like Smokey. That's what
Or
you
that's like
say.
Smokey from
Yeah.
Friday when he was
He's
in the
in the
chicken
bird- in
coop
the
and shit.
Oh, like,
Only my mama can get me out. Only my mama can get me out. That's why I'm like, yo, fuck Hector. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so what are their charges? What are their
Yeah, they got like
or their
disciplinary
disciplinary action? Yeah.
Suspended with pay?
Yeah.
obstructing justice.
Okay.
Oh, it's an actual.
Yeah. Obstructing justice. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
obstruct justice?
Yeah, they got charged.
That's
That's
it?
it. That's all
That's
I got.
it?
That's all I got.
Damn, son. They got a
Bad
slap
boys,
on the
bad
wrist.
boys. What you gonna do?
So
They're
what is
charged
that?
with it or convicted of it. That's what,
No,
what they
see,
charged with
yeah,
it.
But like,
they're
yeah.
charged or convicted.
But like, what will that mean?
Obstructing justice.
So
They're
they're
gonna-
That's,
convicted
that's
or
what they've been
charged?
charged with right now. Or
Yeah,
they've
they're
been convicted.
It says on my thing here. It says charged
Oh, yeah,
with
charged. That's what I
obstruction or
Yeah, so
obstructing
when they're,
justice.
they're
So they charged. They could even beat that.
yeah, for
Because,
sure.
I mean, how you going? How
It'll
are they
probably just be
obstructing
like a hearing
justice?
in an office
Like they could be
boardroom.
suspended,
Exactly.
It's not going to
okay.
be
Not
like
even,
a.
That's gonna be in front of. That's gonna be a discipline between the board, like you said, with the police chief and the police board. Like, yeah, you know what? You're gonna have to sit and answer 2 typical calls for a week. All right.
office duty. Or
Yeah, office duty. Yeah. You're not going on the
Traffic.
street.
That's
Oh yeah,
what
yo,
bullshit.
direct. That's right. Go direct traffic. You know what? Go over there and direct traffic. at
Listen,
Lauren.
Jimmy, no more climbing trees.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly. Like, stay the fuck out of the trees, okay? You're not allowed in Hyde Park, okay? Don't go to Hyde Park for a week.
Now you
all
gotta
right?
stand in the middle of Toronto's hot ass summer and
Yeah.
hot ass
With that
shit.
big ass yellow
And the
construction
vest.
jacket on with
And
all
the
your
hat.
gear.
Hold that, man. Where's my sound effects?
That's
no.
right.
I wasn't none of those. Hey,
No, you can't.
Don't
We
come for
said
me.
it
Don't come
gunshot.
for me.
Yo, man, I said, yo, Friday, I said gunshot at the boy them. Yo, you know what they're gonna take that as? That's a threat.
Jeez.
That's
That's
a
my
threat.
reason.
Jeez.
No.
Yo, you need to wheel back that one Friday.
Whoa.